Good, you got that before coming here.
Goat. Goat.
Ah, much goat.
Moon down.
Circle. Perfect.
Bighorn. Left star.
And then semicircle.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Let's go.
These are the logs of who entered and exited the building last night. Let's see.
Analyzing.
1734. Witness enters. 58. Carmilla arrives and witness buzzes her in.
Ah.
358. God Justice Marshals arrive and secure the building.
Okay.
2 minutes
Isn't that early?
before. Yeah, it's 2 minutes before the murder and 5 minutes before Akiko apprehends Henry. 18 past midnight, witness and Carmelina exit. 3:31, witness returns. Logs are sealed by the nightmare computer. They can't have been tampered with. Witness and Carmelina have alibis.
Their alibis are very strange.
Carmelina, alibi, witness apartment logs. Protect the entry and exit logs for witness apartment building. Carmelina entered at 20:58, exited with witness at past midnight.
She arrived there about 9 p.m.
Stayed until they were summoned by judge for the crisis meeting. Crisis meeting?
Midnight, wasn't it? Like right after?
No.
Assumes
first meeting
authority.
was-
Jazz examines Henry. Blood. Syndicate meeting.
32.
Courtroom. Judge appoints Carmelina acting.
Well, that's when it happened, but when was it called?
Probably then. At half past midnight. So, yeah, okay, that's pretty reasonable to assume that leaving at 18 past was being called to the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Witness
Yeah,
called
'cause
it.
I mean, they gotta get there.
That witness called everyone. Okay. So yeah, that all checks out. But there is that weird bit where Marshall secured the building minutes before night.
Yeah. Like, they live around the corner, but...
Yeah. I guess let's go talk to witness. That's a weird button.
I didn't like it.
Very unpleasant, especially if you stick your whole hand in every time.
Relic obtained.
Polite luxury chocolates obtained. Standard gift given to the host when syndicate members visit each other. Well-loved
Obtained.
secateurs?
Just say garden shears. Why? What the fuck is a secretary?
I don't know. A craftsperson's tools are a thing of beauty. There has been worn
Is that like an Italian secretary? Like what?
There's been worn to a perfect fit for the user's hands over the years.
I looked up secateurs and it's homedepot.ca, but it's the French
Oh,
Home Depot. Secateurs?
secretary.
C'est et
Yeah.
utile de
Ah, it's weird. They very slowly rotate the portrait to find you.
witness to the end.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. No, you got this.
Under the gaze of the gods, the so-called investigation freak returns to the island sequences.
Witness to the end, overseer of each dying paradise. Born in the Chaos Palace in northern Iran in AD 981, under the sign of destroyed Eden. As a child, Witness was enslaved under the banner of Crying Grudge and put to work building the perpetually growing Chaos Palace in North Persia. During the Great Betrayal, Witness refused to budge in his devotion, clinging to hide within the impossible labyrinth Chaos Palace. Ezekiel found Witness and urged him to follow him, where they became close. Witness was still a young man and Ezekiel older and wise. Witness looked up to him as a father figure after being taken from his own father at a young age. Witness holds a great deal of responsibility, overseeing the end of an island. He ensures every failure is perfect. Collects and breeds rare plants in his penthouse. Good to see you again, Witness. Apologies for Starlight. I do remember you.
How long has it been since you last worked for our holy masters?
The end times are looming.
Time moves.
What is his
strange
accent?
here.
He moves.
Persian?
It's-
We are grains of sand that drift in the astral wake of the heavenly tides.
The gods are
Not that my Persian is
displeased.
great. Especially after last night, the island is ready to end. The time flows, Baruch. The gods are displeased. We're supposed to be their loyal servants. Our only purpose to resurrect them. Now we squabble and scheme. Our holy work brought to a screeching halt by birth. The end times are looming. So many have strayed from the path. This must be a sign from the gods.
Heretical or zealous? Smart would be zealous.
Yeah, to not piss him off
Yeah.
immediately.
Is there an attitude in this game? Or is
I mean,
this
I'm gonna
just
assume?
investigation?
I mean, their responses will matter. Like, they may give you more information if you kind of work with them. I guess.
All
They
right.
did. There was the early mention of like bribe people. Do it.
Right. All right. I'm here to do the work of the gods.
Lady Love dies.
I can see it in you, love dies. The fire of holiness. I live in fear of the rage of cosmic deities. Maybe you can quell their anger.
What's with the holy proclamations? This isn't your usual style.
Far too much has happened in your absence. Truths have become more mutable. Our masters are not being served. The syndicate has lost its way. I have not strayed from the path. Too many of us have forgotten what it means to serve our masters. I fear last night was one of our punishments.
Oh, so a murder happened and it put the fear of God in him.
I guess so.
Maybe it was a divine reminder. Our gods work in esoteric ways.
Another sinner.
Are you here to punish the wicked monster that committed this atrocity? The sinner that allowed demons onto the island. Will he burn in the fire of justice?
Confirm or question? It's not really my jurisdiction. I'm an investigator, not an arbitrator of justice.
Questioning people. Question him.
Yeah. This one's probably fine, even if there is a an attitude thing. Tell me whether or not they're gonna help me. How are you feeling about losing your jurisdiction?
Judge has no right. It just proves how far this island has fallen. A holy man should be allowed to do his holy work.
Investigator.
Now, how can I assist your holy work?
Case files. What's your alibi? Last night.
Where?
Where were you last night?
I spent the night here in my apartment.
Clarify alone or cynical, can anyone corroborate? Clarify. By yourself?
The architect came to visit me, a rare social call. She was with me at the time of the killings. We left when we were summoned to the crisis meeting.
That's pretty tight so far. Visit? Romance? Visit. Why did she come to visit you?
It was unusual. She wanted to spend the last minutes of this withering island with me. There's been quite an age since we spent time together socially.
God, I can only imagine how much of a fucking nightmare it is to be like of an immortal cast. Live with these fucking people forever.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking exhausting.
That's why the social visits are like decades apart. I was like, oh, I haven't seen you for a few dozen years. How's it going, bud?
It's been damn near a millennia. Good.
I totally get fucking vampires who just lose contact with shit for like hundreds of years. Like, shit, how have you been? It's been alright. Fucking built a kingdom, had it fall, built another one. In the middle of that right now.
What'd you do? Oh, I was napping.
Yeah, there's this particular kind of tea that I've been cultivating for the past like 400 years. It's just getting good. Give it another couple hundred, and I'll bring you some. Her behavior? Is there anything odd about her behavior?
We had a pleasant time. We shared some wine, I can say, and prepared to say goodbye to paradise.
I need to investigate this.
You two were in each other's company all.
I stepped out onto my balcony to take a phone call from Grand Marshal Kiko. It was fleeting,
Okay.
no more than 5 minutes.
What time was this call?
Shortly before death visited the island, Akiko was reporting the escape of Henry.
Witness says Akiko phoned him to report Henry's escape just before the murder. Phone call lasted about 5 minutes. I'll follow up with the Grand Marshal.
Not long after, marshals were stationed outside the elevator to my apartment.
So that would be the
The reason why the marshals were there?
yeah. Phone call from the Grand Marshal Akiko 14 a short while before Council's murder. He stepped out the room away from Carmelina for some privacy. Do you have any proof that you were both in your apartment?
The nightmare computer at the entrance logs everyone that enters and exits this apartment. You can pull the records from that. Check yourself.
Witness says that he was in apartment all night with Carmelina, but he entered his apartment about 17:30 and Carmelina arrived approximately 2100. Why is yours the only apartment with a logging system?
You can be too careful. I take my privacy seriously.
Paranoia. Got it. Thank you for your cooperation. Report apartment logs. What did we learn from this?
Well, you checked it out. So
We should-
you can,
I
if
pull
you
up my-
want, you can tell him and see if he then has anything to add to that conversation.
Was there any contradiction that we've learned thus far?
I think so.
Not that I can tell.
Did Carmelina-
At least over this scenario.
Carmelina show up at 21 or 22? I think there's an hour discrepancy when he says Carmelina arrived and when she actually arrived, as per the logs.
Yeah, so
Well,
I mean, it's always
didn't the
good
log
to-
say like 8 or something?
I don't know. Can I come back to this if I exit?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I want to check my log, but I don't have access to the menu right now.
There's pretty much no reason not to ask somebody something, I guess.
Okay. All right. Report apartment logs. Let's see what Lady Love Dies figured out.
Got it.
I checked your building's logs. The story checks out. Okay.
Of course it does. The righteous have nothing to hide.
Oh, okay, cool. You'd have no idea who killed the Sealed Marshals. Doomjazz's alibi. Don't know anything about that. Crimson alibi. Crimson has said that no one from her alibi. Carmelina's alibi. Is there a point in asking about that? Because he has kind of just verified it. Suspicions.
Yeah, you might say something similar, but you can always just see if the text adds any extra detail to it.
Okay. Asked Carmelina last night. Did you see the architect last night?
I don't know what to tell you other than what I already said. She came to spend the evening with me here. So if you want to know what she did before, you need that crowd.
Okay. Knocks it out. Okay. Suspicions. He's probably not going to tell me anything interesting. Go off about demons and whatnot. I think I've got everything I need right now. What do we ask of KHX? What do you know about KHX's disappearance?
Nothing. He often went for periods of isolation. So I can't have more.
Cool. Goodbye.
Won't know unless you ask.
May you fly with
Right.
destroyed Eden.
What? This is new.
And may you reach the moon.
That was not.
Yeah, that seems to be the common phrase, but I have no idea what the other one is. Okay. Investigation.
Evidence is starting to pile up.
So many. Just the end question about suspicions. Files. The end. Apartment logs. Witness entered at 1734. Carmelina entered at 2058. Yeah, okay, that matches up. Left at 18. For a while before the council murder, stepped out of his room away from Carmelina. Suppose I could just go, yeah.
You can ask him about his suspicions if you just want to knock that off the list.
Witness
Yeah.
to the end.
Case files, suspicions. Witness, do you think anyone has a motive for killing the council?
The island is full of sinners. Our holy mission has been left unattended to for too long. A number of these sinners, any number of the sinners could have done it. Perhaps it was an act of the gods. Heavenly anger leads to heavenly smiting.
Sinners? Tell me more about these sinners.
The island crawls with them. They pay lip service to the gods, but don't follow our sacred mission. The island sequences have degenerated. They used to be righteous. Now, I despair.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What about the accused? Henry is a citizen, not a syndicate member.
Citizens are sinners too. They did not pray hard enough. The syndicates did not compel them to pray hard enough. The citizens grow restless, insubordinate. The scent spreads. This one let demons onto the island. Why stop there?
Free our own fault. Good story. Sure. Did this to ourselves. Keeping the citizens like cattle was bound to be our undoing eventually.
Hope is not lost. This is a test from the gods. We will overcome it.
Hope so. You believe Henry is responsible?
All I can do is trust in the gods and have faith that what's happened was part of their divine will.
But do you believe Henry did it?
It is not for me to question the gods. This guy.
Thank you for your time. What about your motive?
Glad to have you here, bud.
Do you have a motive for killing the council?
I am a humble servant striving to live on the righteous path. Murdering the council is not on my path.
Am I taking your word for that?
What reason would I have to kill the council? How does that benefit our holy mission?
Who determines the path?
The gods, of course.
Did the gods want you to kill the council?
Of course not.
Don't be ridiculous.
Alright, good talk. May you fly with destroyed Eden.
You reach them.
Poke around his apartment. Initializing vision engine.
Team investigation.
Witness to the end apartment. What's this? Crying Grudge, a statue of the prophet Crying Grudge. The god endlessly weeps at the visions of the future that he cannot unsee. Silent Goat, the holy catalyst. Relics. Relics from Persia from before the Great Betrayal. Here's are early depictions of gods and demons. Like Sumerian? Mesopotamian?
We didn't tell you.
Yeah, that's what
A witness to the end's phone. Take this to comms tower to verify its location. Plants collection. Witness collects and breeds rare plants. Sometimes he gifts them as gifts, then hounds you to take proper care of the most fragile plants on the... Sometimes he gives them as gifts and then hounds you to take care of the most fragile plants on the planet.
That sounds like an asshole.
Take this gift. It is the most rarest plant. In fact, this is the last living of its species. What do you mean you let it die, Alex?
What do you mean you overwanted it?
You watered the dog and walked the plant, right? Come on, tell me you did.
Found witness's phone in his apartment. Witness told me he'd received a phone call from Akiko. Check this story out if I plug this into a comms tower. Where the fuck is a comms tower?
I think actually you went to one. You just didn't do there yet.